Did you know a Ligue 1 giant is suddenly on the brink of disappearing from France's top flight? Lyon bewildered by relegation, a controversial financial verdict. Is the headline rocking the football world? How can a 7-time champion be forced down to League 2? They insist they fully cooperated, met every DNCG demand, even selling key assets to shore up the club's finances. In your view, is this financial justice or administrative overreach? But wait, there's a darker twist hiding behind these figures and official statements. Is Lyon the victim of excessive regulation, or do they deserve this punishment? Does historic dominance grant privileges or impose greater responsibilities? Type agree or disagree in the comments. On June 24th, 2025 in Paris, the DNCG made the shocking call to demote Olympique Lyonnais to Ligue 2, even though Lyon finished 6th in the 2020-25 Ligue 1 table. Picture this, the majestic Parc Olympique Lyonnais Stadium suddenly eerily quiet, not because of sporting failure, but due to a financial ruling. The club was deemed to owe €175 million since November 2024, and despite offloading their Crystal Palace stake and transferring star prospect Ryan Cherki to Manchester City, the regulator deemed the recovery inadequate. But do these numbers truly reflect reality? Debt can be a label, while fresh cash injections might secure the club's future, because a sinister rumor is lurking in the shadows. Today's DNCG verdict is utterly nonsensical. We've met every requirement and bolstered our cash reserves well beyond what was demanded. This official statement accuses the regulator of ignoring key data. Is this mere PR spin? Type yes or nitrogen monoxide. While the football world reels from the rebuttal, Lyon failed to convince the regulator of a long-term plan to sustain financial stability. This sanction is a justified enforcement of economic discipline. For some analysts, it's not just about the numbers. It's a hardline message to all big clubs. Is it too subjective? Yet fans remain deeply divided. Insider documents from the DNCG reveal the audit timeline, the recovery deadlines, even leaked emails suggesting UFFP pressure to make Lyon an example. On one side, Lyon has up-to-date cash flow data. On the other, the DNCG demands verified bank statements, not equity pledges. This raises a pivotal question. Is this dispute about regulatory compliance or a power struggle against a heavyweight club? Here's what has never been exposed before. Can we trust Reuters and ESPN? Both quote DNCG officials in Lyon's statement, yet their sources often remain anonymous. Let's trace the data to its roots. Outlet A obsessively highlights the debt figure, while overlooking revenue from asset sales and player transfers, capital injections that matter most. This key detail was sidelined, as if the DNCG barred journalists from accessing it. Spot any inconsistencies? Share them below. Stay tuned for the next segment. If relegation stands, Lyon's TV revenue will plummet dramatically, triggering a domino effect on transfer budgets and player wages. Smaller clubs like Strasbourg and Lorient might breathe a sigh of relief. But what's the priority? Instant success or sustainable building? And here's how it shapes the future. Recall AC Milan in 2018, forced to sell assets to meet FFP, but they eventually won their appeal. Or Valencia in La Liga, slashing huge wages to stay afloat. Which system do you think is fairer? France's stringent rules, or the more flexible approach elsewhere? The debate only intensifies. Expert Z questions the official data. Could this be pure image management? They accuse the DNCG of cherry-picking Lyon's bank statements, yet consider the flip side. Without tough sanctions, big clubs could exploit loopholes, undermining competitive balance. Strict regulation might set a new standard for fiscal fairness. Now, I need your strongest opinions. The Lyon relegation saga sparks to camps. Is the DNCG's decision a rightful enforcement, or an overzealous crackdown on a football powerhouse? On one hand, €175 million debt is indisputable. On the other, fresh capital injections were already in place. Comment below. Are you Team DNCG or Team Lyon? Smash that like button and subscribe so we can keep unraveling the truth. Because behind every statistic, there's a story yearning to be told.